is a binder that we use for first year teachers. So every single month they had a little tab of just kind of resources to help them. And this first overview allowed them just to kind of know how to use this. So we made a video overview. There was also kind of just a way to say, okay, how can I best communicate with my mentor? They had to have meet weekly, so they kind of decided like which day they were going to meet with their mentor. Maybe you do once a month. You could kind of decide that as well. They put the time here, and then they had to share this with the person leading the program. So this was actually an assignment in Google Classroom, and they had to kind of share that classroom, have that person be on here, and then that contact information of the person running the program was right here. So they had everything right here as they needed, and then they had to add those calendar invites to their Google Calendar. And then how this kind of worked is every single month, they had some tasks to do. So the focus maybe was the program overview for October or September. And so they would write what dates they met. There was an O-test self-evaluation they had to do for Ohio. They also had to complete this PGP. And then right here is where they would put those action items from the resident educator and the mentor. Then they could write, okay, what support do I need? What notes did we have from our meetings? What's our topic of focus? So for this month, the topic of focus was parent-teacher conferences. And then it was to also go over those conference forms for an evaluation. They wrote their goals, their wins from the month, and then any resources that they shared. October, again, looked very similar. The only difference was there were some different action items that needed to take place. So the mentor had to watch the mentee. They had to do an observation. And so they had to do one per year. So in October, we really wanted them to get that scheduled. And then what the resident educator had to do, that new teacher, here were the steps that they had to do. Again, their focus for that month. And then again, that November, December, January, February, March, April, we kind of bulk these two together just because of some of the holidays. And then at the end of the year, what they had to do. And then whatever they observed, they had to do a few observations that were required. And so again, this is where they would take those notes. And then at the end of the year, they would turn this into Google Classroom. But it was nice because the person leading the program was able to come in at any time, leave comments, they could tag, they could ask questions, and it all had a one place stop for that mentor and mentee to keep their notes, their ideas, and that to-do list of what they needed to do throughout the year.